Hello everybody, and welcome back to Attingham Park. So we've taken on a couple of rather large grass contracts. My plan was to have one helper windrowing, one tedding while I bailed. However, as you can see by the patterns, the helper on the windrower has seemed to got his own plan and gone in a different direction, as had the one that was tedding. So it looks like I'm doing it all by myself. So it is what it is. I should have maybe started them windrowing to begin with instead of doing half the field myself, but there's no point paying him to do the whole field in a different direction from what I've done it. Reason why we took the two grass fields on: one, they're next door to each other, 41 and 42. Two, we've got all the equipment to do it apart from the windrow, which I've leased, and we'll need a bale wrapper. Probably didn't need the windrower, to be honest, looking at this, but it's still going to need tedding either way, so we've leased it, so we may as well make a job of it. There's going to be a bit at the end of here, so if I keep this line in, hopefully I can do a bigger swath on the way back. Three, you know, we've got cows, we're a cow farm, we're grass farmers predominantly, so it's pretty important that we make sure we've got plenty of grass coming in. Plus it's November, last chance to make a bit of money off a contract. And we're going to need money because we're still up to our eyes in debt. And I think this windrow was slightly bigger, I'll be able to get three in. Oh well. Yeah, we're up to our eyes in debt, and we've got plans afoot during the winter, and we're going to need money to fund all of that. So we are where we are. I was hoping to get all of that, but I didn't. I've got wonderful ideas of three tractors all working in unison on the field together. I'm sure we've got we might be lucky enough actually to have our own grass fields to cut before the year's out. So if that is the case, we'll get it done there. Those hedges look a lot thicker than they are, but you can just drive straight through them, which is nice. I think we might look at upping the cow game a bit. We've got plenty of stuff to feed them. It's a nice November autumnal morning. Done all of that. We've just got all of that to do. Up to the tree line. So I guess I'll be getting on with my work, and I'll catch up with you towards the end of the windrowing. And we are tedding. I do like the animation of this tedder. It's a great bit of kit. Now I'm a little bit worried. I'll go this way with it. Got the top end. I'm slightly worried that I'm going to hit a bale limit. There's about 63 bales off the first field that is to be made into silage. And I suppose I could maybe try putting a worker on this, but then if he does go the other way, it's going to take him an eternity. It's a tricky one. Although we shouldn't do, should he? Because I'll do the outside and then we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Thankfully the weather's looking clear, so we're not gonna lose too much. We're not going to be risking any moisture. Right, should we give it a go with the worker? Let's go. Yeah, alright, scratch that, mate. Scratch that. Unbelievable, the mess he's made of my lovely straight lines. It's so disappointing that the AI isn't intelligent. Maybe it doesn't stand for intelligence. How disappointing. Alright, well, I suppose I'll carry on with this. I won't subject you to watching all of it. And I'll check back in when I'm getting towards the end of it. Yeah. Tedding's done. Just managed to record some footage that then didn't save, which is brilliant. This should be 240cm bales because I don't need them to be 220s. The other field we done 220s in order to be able to wrap them. I don't think we can get a bale wrapper at 240. And we need the space for the bales because this has already made 62. A little bit on the spinning the tractor around, the tedder around, has really caused a mess of my headland, which I shouldn't have done. I might have given myself a bit of extra work to do with the tidying up. That's probably best to do the tidying up. As we go. I think I might have to do 2 runs of the headland before venturing into the field, as I feel I might have left quite a bit. Although I suppose I could just go round at the end. Tedding's done, 2 o'clock. Get this hay up. Then we're going to need to source a wrapper and then do all the transporting. Might take the full day. And it's November, we need to see what needs to be sold and move bits and bobs around. But we should get paid handsomely for this. Should be a good earner. I'll carry on neatening up the headland and then I'll come back to when it's a bit neater for picking up. Getting good progress through the bales. What are we up to? 138. Oh, not had the dreaded no more space for bales yet. Although I do think we may hit it. I'm trying to think what we've got. There's a few over at the BGA that need to go in. They need to go in the fermenter. Actually, the fermenter's nearly out. I need to check the feed on the animals as well. And the sun is setting, so we've not got that long left of the light. So it's pretty difficult to see these hay bales up there. We may have to get the hay moved before it's too dark. I might have to leave the wrapping till the next morning. We will have to see. But a decent payout. We're getting about 50 grand for these 2 contracts, if I think right. I'll have a look once I've turned around. The grass bales aren't too much of a problem because if they're left out overnight, a bit of moisture's not really going to hurt them, but the hay, I want to be delivering that as dry as possible. Although it has been wonderfully dry, not a big breeze. Yeah, 60 grand. 60, and I've took a cultivating contract that I'd completely forgotten about. So loads to get done. And what episode are we on? 98? We'll have to do something special for 100. My visibility is shocking on this way back. This sun dropping. What's the next bit? Yeah. How many? Might only be 1 run to go, which will be good. What sort of weather are we looking at tomorrow if we were to... It's warm, to be fair. It's a really warm November. (24, 25 degrees), same again tomorrow. That is good, considering that's the end of November. I need to have a look to see. Are we going to be able to get a cut out of our grass before the end of the year, before winter sets in. Because we could do with it, it's money, plus we've already got a windrower. And we're going to have to lease the wrapper, so it would make sense if we were to do it to get ours done at the same time. Yeah, I can barely see this swath of grass, hay, at all. I'm just going on the bounce of the wheels, really. Shame there's no haptic feedback, at least I could feel it. That's got to come in the next instalment, surely. And that is these two neighbours all bailed up. Get them up. I think we should start to get the hay moved. We can have a look at our fields on the way through. The wrapping we can sort of do during the night, because we can see then that's a flatter field, but because of that hill and the tree line, I'm going to struggle to see the hay, so at least I want it moved to a more centralised location. Now this doesn't look... I'll just say it's ready to harvest, so maybe come the morning we can get it done. Could maybe, if we're leasing things by the day, yeah, that field's the same. Maybe if we lease it in the morning first thing. We should be able to crack on and get our fields done. I'll just drop this here actually. I'm not gonna... I was gonna clean it, but I'm confident we can get one last cut before winter fully comes in. Now do we best to make hay, or let's have a quick look. We've got loads of hay. We'll have hay left over from here anyway. Plenty for the cows we've got at the minute. Obviously we do want to move that up. increase our herd. Seems tomorrow's looking like a decent day as well. It makes sense, I think, to get our fields cut. All means money at the end of the day, even if we just sell a load of it. I didn't check the final bale count, did I? Oh well. Don't think there any record anyway. One more. Right, where are we going with this? Silage. Attingham, livestock bales, end of the road. Lovely. Should be able to get this done by tonight. Make sure I don't dazzle anybody on the way out. Yeah, never does like it should. I wonder if we could switch it. Quite handy if we could. No, I didn't think we would. Well, about 23% delivered, so just over 4 trips. 4 loads, that's not too bad. Don't really matter. Doesn't particularly matter when we're only at the end of the road. What matters is we don't miss any of them. And we've got plenty of hay, so I think we might be alright to sell whatever's left. Well, we're wanting a bit of money for episode 100. Plus, got the builders coming down. Gonna need money for that. Got a loan to pay. But I think we've got enough hay there for the cows we've got through winter. And the sheep are barely taking any at the minute. There's not a huge amount of them. Oh, I've messed that one up. Oh, I've missed a bit. That's to be expected, really, with me. I'm against the clock a little bit, it's getting a bit difficult to see. Let's try that middle bit. definitely not. There we go. Check the sales. Oh yeah. If you got the money. I think we'll start doing the outside again. So at least chip away at the outside, and in my head then that will keep us localised to the centre of the field region, or that central half. Top corner. Still quite a few. Might get a decent payout from this. I'll drop these off and I'll come back to you as we're getting towards the end of this field. Okay. Well, if that's not worth a picture, I don't know what is. I'm guessing that's going to have to be reset. I mean, it's above us, so I've got it higher. Hmm? Yeah, I think we'll have to reset that. this will be the last amount for the contract, and there's still a lot left. Whether I'm going to drop them off or not and sell them, I'm still in two minds, if I'm honest. And I'll show you for why. For some reason now this trailer does not like going into that spot at all. Got me wondering whether I need to do something creative. Either way, I'll have to get these bales up because can't really say the job's done. So I've decided I'm going to sell what's on here, minus what's needed for the contract. I'm going to keep hold of the hay for now, while we look at another option, as there is a little bit of a ongoing issue with this trailer, or any trailer to be fair, that dispenses these upright. Or maybe I'll should go all the way in. Try it that way. No. No, no, no. Oh dear. Oh, this just happens all the time. £5 off it though, so that's not to be sniffed at. There's not really the room to do maybe put something there to drop them off in. What about a bale silo? Not won't be that. Way too big. Unless I put it, that's going to be a nightmare to get them out and in. No, we'll have to have a think about that. Maybe we'll have to drop them off and move them via the telehandler into the sell point, into the trigger. I don't know, I'll have a think about it. But in the meantime, there's already one trailer full back at the yard, and we've still got all of this. So I'll take these back to the yard for now. Or maybe sell them, I don't know. We'll hold it for consideration. But all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please drop us a like. If you've not subscribed yet, please do. And if you've got any comments, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. Until next time, double check I've not lost anything. Thank you so much for watching. And bye bye for now. Yeah, I think we've got them all. We'll drop these off. It makes sense. Well, it doesn't, because we'll run out of bale space when we're cutting and making the next ones, but we can move them about. Until next time, I bid you adieu.